Yo, so if you're one of my subscribers, you know that I absolutely love a good gadget. And I only really use stuff or will show you stuff that does make my life easier and actually works as it should. So I'm going to show you something that's been making my life a lot easier in the food truck for about the last 18 months. I purchased this, yeah, it must be like a good year and a half, almost 2 years ago. I saw one of these being used in a coffee truck on my local market. And I was like, what the hell is that, man? And basically he showed me what it was. The next day I went straight online, purchased one, and to be honest, I wouldn't be without it. It is a Wolfbox dash cam or reversing camera, or like just security system basically. And they saw that I was using it, and the good people at Wolfbox decided to send me their new G900 Pro unit, which I'm going to take you through. I'm going to actually take you through the install I've got, because I've got a slightly older one, and then I'm going to show you this one because this one is going to go in my camper van. So let's tuck into this one. I'll show you its features. But before we do that, I'm going to show you basically the reason why I have the one I have. As you can see, I'm sitting in my pizza truck at the minute, right? Mine's a left-hand drive, but I'm in the UK, we drive on the right side. I have minimal kind of view. If you have a look up here, I've got the bulkhead and I've got the ovens, and you have a look up there, there is minimal view out of that window. And let me flip you around and show you this. So I don't actually have anywhere where there's a rear view mirror, okay? So like it would be just up here, but I don't have one. So I have the Wolfbox just here. This is like the dash mount. You get this one for trucks and stuff like that never had like a wing mirror attachment up here. So what I actually have is I've very simply fit this. This is actually my 12-volt system for my vehicle. Now I've just hooked it up with the 12-volt install here. So I plug that in, and what's going to happen, if you have a look at this, it is powering up. So Wolfbox is coming on now, and this thing is amazing for this vehicle. Plays a little jingle, plays a little tune. So you're going to see now, that is actually my garage door from behind me. And it is, I can move it around. It's basically my rear view mirror. Now the beauty of this, and I'm actually gonna, I filmed a little bit of this at the market yesterday, so I'm gonna flick to show you what it's like at the market right now, and I'm just gonna talk over it right now. So you're seeing me at the market yesterday at the end of the day's trade. So if you have a look, I can see behind me basically. So it's really handy for when I'm maneuvering around a lot of people. I can kind of see behind me. I can have a look up and down, and it is also like a dual dash cam. So you can see in front of you, and it is recording constantly. You can have a forward and a rear view at the same time. And the beauty of this as well is it has a GPS speedo. So it actually tells me my speed, because this van, the speedo on this van doesn't work very well, basically. It really doesn't, like, it goes up and down, so I can't tell like what speed I'm at, and this basically locks me in and gives me that. It gives me a bit of peace of mind, you know, it's recording all the time, and it's a really cool bit of kit. So this one was a little bit of an easy install, bit of a home install, and I'm going to show you how I routed the wires for the pizza truck. And then what we're going to do, we're going to dip into how I'm going to fit the G900 Pro, because that one is actually going to go into my camper van. So if you have a look up here, this is where I get my power from this one. This lead goes all the way down here, right? You've got this little GPS receiver here. The cables go in the back of the unit, and then there's a camera lead that goes along here, goes up here, goes up here, along here, down through here. I need to stick this back up. It's a bit, you know, it comes down a little bit, and then the cable goes down here, all the way down here, and it goes through this little hole in the floor. So what I do, it runs all the way under the van, and it goes underneath here and all the way around the back. And basically what I did is I hooked it up, and you see here is the little camera by my number plate, and it just comes through. There's a little hole, I drilled a little hole there, and this is the rear view camera. So that is where it's coming from, which is pretty damn cool. So it's really nice, really slick. You know, it gives me a nice low down view about what's going on. You don't really notice it's there, and it's basically my rear view mirror. Now for me, that was a really simple, easy home install, but I want to fit this new one into my camper van. My camper van, I'm going to show you that now, is a little bit more a little bit more special, a little bit different. It's going to involve removing trims and stuff like that. So I am actually going to have that one professionally installed. But what I can do is I can do a bit of a first fix and show you the features of the new G900 Pro, and just show you kind of what it can do, because it has a few more features than what this one has. So let's jump in the camper van and we'll tuck into that one, and I'll show you why everyone who has a van, who has like a food truck or anything like that, who tows a trailer, because you could basically use this for, you know, hitching up your trailer, being able to aim things up, stuff like that, how everyone should have one of these, because it's an epic bit of kit. So let's go over and check out the camper van. So this is my T6.1 VW camper van. This thing is, well, it's basically a transporter van. It's a little bit dirty at the minute, but this thing is completely tricked out and it's sick. So let's jump in and I'll show you the reason why I want this one professionally fitted. Right, let's get in. First things first, I'm going to turn some lights on. So this thing's fully converted basically. One day this was an actual panel van and it was fully fitted out into like my camper van, and basically the reason I'm just going to turn the lights on. There we go, we've got some lights now, isn't that nice? So the reason like when Wolfbox got in touch with me, they obviously saw that I was using this unit. And I only really ever share with people, or, you know, I being totally honest with you, I get offered a fair bit of stuff. People always, they get in touch with me, say, hey, we think you'd be a really good fit for, you know, promoting our brand, stuff like that. But, you know, I've been using this Wolfbox for well over a year, like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And, you know, I will only ever share with you guys stuff that I would use myself, or am happy to share and happy to promote and stuff like that. So, you know, I was given this item, but actually I've been considering getting one for this vehicle anyway. And like, you know, they reached out to me, they said, you know, would you be interested in having one of these and shooting a video and showing? And I was like, you know what, I actually do want one of these for my camper van. So it came at the right time, and I'm going to share this with you because I honestly feel like after using it in the pizza truck, it's made my life so much easier, especially having an old school vintage vehicle. And in this camper van, basically I'm actually going to be fitting a bike rack on the back of this van. I have minimal kind of visuals out the back from my wing mirror as it is. Like once I got two kids sitting in here, we've got camping gear in the back, which I'll show you now. Actually, I'll just show you. So if you have a look behind me just here, like that is what I get to like look through. And if I've got like camping gear and stuff in the back, then basically my rear view mirror, like my rear view mirror, like, and my visuals is pretty much non-existent. So by having the Wolfbox on here, not only do I have like it constantly recording out the front, so it's protecting me from, you know, possible like accidents and stuff like that for insurance purposes, stuff like that, but it's covering me from behind. It means I can see out the back. It's constantly recording front and back as well. And the cool thing about the G900 is it has like almost like was it like a sentry mode, I believe. This one basically it actually monitors your battery in your vehicle to make sure it's got the right voltage, and it's basically just, it's on but it's off, if you know what I mean. And it basically can track like what's going on. So if someone nudges your car, it is recording, and it will record it. So if you're parked, stuff like that, it is essentially like putting like a force field of camera front and back around your vehicle, which for me in this vehicle is really cool because I love this van. I don't want it to be hit. And if someone was to, you know, unfortunately it happens, people like to kiss the back of your vehicle, or when they're parking they can slightly damage it, and you know, they should pay for it. A lot of people drive off from these things, which is really, really bad. So I'm going to unbox this one. I haven't unboxed it yet. Well, I'm going to take you through like the features of it and show you kind of how easy it is to do kind of like a basic fit, depending on the level of your vehicle. But like I say, in this one, I have a full camper van conversion. I mean, I'm just going to show you the front of the vehicle now. You know, this is the front of the vehicle. It's a sort of an automatic. It's pretty damn slick. It's nice van, nice and comfortable. But like, yeah, so we're going to replace basically that mirror. It's going to go where that mirror is up there, and it will be recording. And as you can see, I actually have a dash cam currently just down here I already have a dash cam, but you know, that one, it's actually kind of in the way. So this one is basically just going to be there. It's going to replace the mirror, and it's going to give me that little peace of mind. It's just going to be on all the time. It's going to be recording front to back, and it means that I can actually look out the back of the vehicle and see what's going on behind me. This thing's really cool. It actually has like the G900 Pro. Right, I'll tell you what, let's just unbox it and then we'll just get into it. Okay, so we've got it here, Wolfbox G900 Pro. Now, what it says on here, it is 4K at the front and 2.5K camera at the back. It's got super night vision, so that's the bonus. What I've realized is when I've been driving the food truck at night after like an event, it's like you can see behind you. It's the night vision on this is amazing. So and that's really cool to be able to see behind you pretty much like it's daytime. This one's actually got voice control. I'm not sure what the voice controls do. I'm gonna have to look into that one. It's got Wi-Fi, it's 5G, so you can you can Wi-Fi it to your phone, you can connect to it, you can download videos, stuff like that. Like if you saw an accident happen and you wanted to download the video, or if you had one, you can download it straight to the app on your phone. It's GPS and it is touch screen as well. So let's use my cool pizza truck van keys. I actually have a broken key here. Mechanic once actually snapped my key in my van, so I had to have a new lock fitted, which was annoying. So let's just open this up and let's see what you get inside the Wolfbox G900 Pro box. Let's have a look. Right, like I said, I'm getting this one professionally fitted in this van next Thursday, which I might do a little follow-up to show you how that happens. The reason I'm doing that is because although I love tech and I love gadgets and stuff like that, I am not very good at fitting stuff like this. Like I can do a basic fit like I showed you in the camper van, but for this, you know, this is going to go hard. It's going to be hardwired to the electrics in the van. Panels need to come off, and actually the place that's doing it is actually going to fit. I'm actually as I'm there, I'm fitting a new sub and amp kit because I had the speakers upgraded in this, in the doors and the tweeters, but I never did the sub and the amp. I wasn't sure if I wanted it because it goes underneath the passenger seat, so we're upgrading the sub. I'm putting a sub and an amp in here, so I'm going to have some more sounds. And while it's there, they're actually going to do the install for me because they're a professional retrofitter, so it's going to have like an OEM look to it, which is going to be great for this van basically. So taking the sleeve off. Oh, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Okay, straight away we are greeted by a nice bit of soft packaging, and we have the Wolfbox unit straight away there. So let's take this out. Oh wow, you've got loads of bits and bobs in here. Okay. Oh, it's definitely thinner than the other one. Okay, so right, let's do it. Damn, that's thin. It's massive. That's a big screen, but it's thinner. So at the back, so you have a look here. I'm going to take this off actually. So that is your forward-facing camera, and you can actually adjust this. So when it is connected to the vehicle, you can actually like adjust this. Now you can get like a mount that replaces your mirror, but this one is actually just probably, it's going to be like rubberized. I think you get some rubber things in here. Let's have a quick look. Right, let me show you what else is in the box. So we got the Wolfbox unit, which is thinner, definitely thinner than the one in there. We've got a simple, plug-in 12-volt system to go into your cigarette sort of lighter attachment that comes in the box, and that's quite a long power cord actually, which is really cool. What else do we have? So all right, rear view camera. So this must be the rear view camera. So there you go, you've got the rear view camera and mount. So that can either be mounted, this can actually go inside the vehicle, it can go outside. I believe it is like, it's fully waterproof to like whatever IP, I don't know what it is. I'll have to have a look into that. But you get that, and you actually get some, you get a couple of mounting brackets and some like M3 style tape to tape that down if you can have it inside. What else we got? We got the GPS receiver. You're going to need to put the GPS receiver somewhere on your dash. That plugs in. They've actually given you a trim tool as well, so you can take your trims off if you need to do it yourself, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to get into that one. So there's that, there's that. And here we go. We have these little rubber things which go round the back. They just slot in to here like so, like that, and that basically you can clamp it round your existing mirror, so you don't even have to take your existing mirror off. That still is there. Like if you've got electronics in your mirror and it's plugged in and stuff like that, like I have, that can actually stay there as well. So this one's just going to actually go over it. I'm not going to fully replace the mirror. They did also send me, because I'm hardwiring this one, I think these are optional extras. I have these bags just here, which I'm not using these. Obviously these are going to be for the install, because I'm just going to show you like a rough install. We have all the fuse box kit to hardwire it to your fuse box, an extra long like cable, and I believe this is, yes, dash wire. It's the dash cam hardwire kit basically. That's what this is in this bag here. So you get a few bits in there. You get extra fuses, you get all kinds of stuff in there as well, and they've actually given me an extra long cable for the rear view camera. So this is the rear view camera extension cable, just in case I need it to run it all the way, like so they can run it behind units. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to go under the van, they're going to come back in, or if they're going to go behind some of my units and stuff like that. I have no idea. That's why I'm going to get a professional to fit it. So I've got that as well. So let's jump in the front. I just want to make sure I don't lose any of this stuff, and we'll do a kind of like a basic fit, and I'll show you how I'm going to run. Like I'll just run the cable, and I'll just show you, like I'll put the camera at the back here and show you kind of how it works and stuff like that, and we'll take you through some of the features. So let's jump in the front. And rather go out of the vehicle and back in, I'm just going to climb through, because I've got two captain seats, so I can just climb through and from the back to the front. Right, let's see if we can just do like a bit of a kind of basic fit on this, and I'll show you the features of it before I get it professionally installed next week. So let's see how it works. Right, so this is my existing camera up here, like, well, not camera, my existing rear view mirror up here. Let's actually just take off, I've got a couple of, they don't smell anymore, a couple of old fresheners. Right, so we got the camera here. Oh, damn it, I didn't get the little rubbers. Let me just go and get the rubbers from the back. Ugh. Right, it seems like they give you two sizes. So you got a smaller one and a larger one. I'm guessing I'm probably just going to use the larger ones for now. So I'm going to put the smaller ones just down here. We're not gonna take the cellophane off the front just yet, but let's have a look. So, right, I guess like we just put one of the rubbers in like that. We'll get another one just like that, and we'll see how easy it is to clamp this thing over the mirror. Right, you can see what I'm doing there. So that just tucks over there like so, and okay, it's in, it's on. Right, the camera is free. That's okay. From that view, it doesn't look amazing, but from here, that looks pretty damn cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those bits at the top, because then you won't see these little rubber bits sticking down, but that's absolutely fine. So let me show you what it looks like from the front. So there you go. That is it from the front. Let's take this little cellophane off. And there you go. I have, you know, I can move my mirror around. I've got now a rear view dash cam that looks pretty sweet. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's plug it in and we'll see what happens. Right, I've got a little 12-volt adapter down here. So I know I'm probably not going to use this one, which is quite good, because I've now got a spare power 12-volt power thing actually. So let's just figure out. Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do? Where does this plug into? Let's have a look. I should have. Oh, you know what? This is the kind of thing I should actually read the instructions, but I'm going to do this without instructions. So I'm actually just going to undo this again, and what we're going to do is, how does this unclip like that? There we go, like so. All right, so we got power cable going in here, but this is going to be hardwired, so it's going to be different. And then let me get the rear view camera. This is quite cool. So the rear view camera has this adapter here, you see this, and basically, I mean, this is a long lead as well. Oh, the other thing you can do with this, I see this yellow cable here, and I didn't do this in the food truck because I didn't really need to do it, but if you connect that to your reversing lights, which I probably will do in this, although I've got a reversing camera, it will come up with the little reversing lines, and you can set that up as well. So when you actually put your vehicle into reverse, if you've got it on forward facing mode, it will flick to reverse camera and you'll get the reversing lines and stuff like that. So you can basically, if you don't have a reversing camera as well, this works as that. So it's a really cool addition if you want to have a reversing camera basically. So let's undo this camera cable and we'll get this one connected up as well. And I'm just going to run, I'm not going to run this through properly, like I said. It's just going to be kind of, I'm going to take it to the back of the van and just stick it sort of internally out the back window to just give you an idea of how it works. So let's plug that in. There's, if you have a look on top, if you have a look at that, it says rear on there. So we're just going to plug the rear camera into that one. I'm not going to plug in the GPS module. There is an AV thing there as well. I wonder what that's for. And there's a little memory card in there. But I'm not going to plug in the GPS because I don't need it to do GPS. Because that's the other thing this does. It tracks like your, not only your speed, but where you are as well. So if, for example, you are unfortunately involved in an incident, an accident, this would, for like insurance purposes, it would tell you exactly where you were when you had that accident. And while it's off, actually, I'm going to put the other, I'm going to flip these rounds so you don't see that little bit of extra rubber. So I'm going to go on the second one of those. There we go. Right. Let's get the cables out of the way. Obviously the cables are going to be routed upwards and go into the top of the vehicle. The trim of the vehicle is going to go sort of up here and be hidden away, so you're not really even going to see the cables. I believe they're probably, there we go. Oh, that's much better. Let me show you this now. So there you go. You can't even see the rubber bits from below, and I mean, that just looks like a normal camera. And now these cables, basically what they're going to do is they're going to go up here. They're going to disappear up here, and I imagine they're going to go along here. We'll probably have one going down this trim. They're probably going to take this off, and then it'll access all my electronics and stuff like that. So let's go and run the camera one. I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to go and put, oh, that was a bit close, sorry. I'm going to go and run the camera to the back, and then we'll plug it in, and I'll show you the first firing of this thing. Let's take this camera. Hopefully I can make this look good. Oh, I better take the little, I'll take the little sticky off of it as well, and then we'll take you through and show you the features of this thing. I don't know where they're going to mount it, if they're going to mount it inside, outside, or wherever. Right, let's go to the back. It's actually a really long cable as well, which is cool that they give you. I know, you know, you can buy the extension, but you might not need it. But right, let's go and just stick it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to actually just stick it. Actually, you know what? Let's go outside and I'll show you the back and we'll open it up. Right, back of the van. See, I've actually got I've got my reversing camera that's just there. So I don't know where they're going to fit it, but I'm actually changing my spoiler on this to be able to fit a bike rack. So what I'm probably thinking is they're going to fit it maybe internally, but we'll see. I've had to uprate my struts, these here, for that, but as you can see, I've got a lot of camping gear in here. I've even got a pizza oven in there, so I've got all my stuff ready to go. So maybe I'm thinking they might mount it like there internally. For now, I'm just going to place it on here, on this. This is like part of my camping gear. I do actually have blinds on the back. I have these blinds that go up and down that cover my rear screen, but they're always up when I'm driving, obviously. Now I have no idea. They're probably going to choose where, and I'm going to consult with them where it goes, but it's probably best off if maybe they go internally with it. I'm not sure, but let's leave that there. I'm going to close this down, and oh man, these new struts are really strong. There we go. It's like my number plate pedaling pizza. And let's go back inside. Oh man, it's really wet today. The UK at the minute is absolutely rubbish. Right, let's clamber through and let's get this thing hooked up. Okay, right. Let's spin it round and let's plug it in and let's see what happens. You know what, I'm going to turn the van on as well. Let's turn my ignition on because then I can clear the windscreen at the back of all the rain, and let's plug it in. Right, Wolfbox is here. I'm going to plug in the 12 volt and let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing, no disasters. Does it just power on its own, or do I need to turn it on? I think I might need to turn it on. Oh, whoa, did you see that? Okay, sick. Right, English, yes. Time zone, GMT, hold on a minute, GMT London, that's me there. Let's go with that. Whoa, okay, so immediately that is on. Now the rear view camera seems like it's upside down. There we go. Okay, let me see if I can, is there a way of flipping it? There must be a way of flipping it. Here we go. Oh man, this is pretty cool. Okay, resolution, rear cam flip on. Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. There we go. Haha. Right. Oh man, okay. That is pretty sick. That is basically, so that's my neighbour's house out the back. I mean, I can see the lines, but I can move around. I can move up and down. Okay, that's pretty good. That looks really cool. If I go forward, there we go. That is what I can see out the front. Let me just clear my windscreen. And there you go. I don't want you to see, I'm not going to show my road names, but how cool is that? You can see out the front. Now, if I have a look up there, it is recording. We've got 4K and 2.5K. Pretty cool. I mean, you know, you've got split screen as well if you want dual mode. But I just need it to look behind me. I actually think that's a pretty good view. I could probably, yeah, I can go up a little bit. Obviously, you can adjust. So that allows me to see out the back of my vehicle. Pretty damn cool. Let's dip into the settings. Let's have a look what we got. Right, so up here we have display modes. You got front camera, rear camera, or split screen, so you can switch between. Sound recording, I guess you can turn the sound on and off, so if you don't want it to record sound. What we got loop recording, so I'm guessing it just constantly records all the time. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. So look, G sensor, this is the cool thing. So the G sensor, I guess, is sensing, I'm gonna have to look into that, but I'm guessing it's sensing what's going on and in and around. Fatigue reminder, I guess that reminds you of fatigue. Click tone, screensaver, screen brightness, exposure. You can change the exposure on the camera. Voice control, mirror flip. Reversing lines. So yeah, you can have the reversing lines if you've got it hooked up. Date stamp, language, clock settings. So it's a clock. Man, they even have a help center. Download the app. You can format the SD card. You can set up on Wi-Fi. Voice control. Let's have a look at voice control. Voice control on. Voice activated wake word. What's that? Hey Wolf. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's see what happens now. Right. Hey Wolf. Take a picture. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So if you've just seen something, let's have a look. Will that go to the picture if I hit play? Oh, here it goes. Here's the picture it just took. There you go. That's pretty sweet. So you can take photos, you can do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, this thing is going to be awesome. Right. So there you go. That is how simple it is to fit. So if you just wanted, if you wanted to fit this yourself, it comes with a trim tool. You could run the cable, put your trim out here, run it along, run it down. It's pretty damn cool. What does this button do? Oh, okay, turns the screensaver mode. It's that simple. That was pretty easy to like showcase you. Now, you know, if you had like a truck, a bit like my not my camper van, my food truck, you know, you could easily, like I did, run the cable underneath the van along, you know, I ran it along, I think, some pipe work and strip clipped it up. Or if you're a little bit handy with a trim tool, you can take it down your trim, stuff like that, run the camera to the back of your vehicle. But obviously I've had a fully built camper conversion in here, and I know the company that are going to professionally fit it have worked on this exact make and model of van, and have worked with this company that built this van for me as well in previously sort of retrofitting bits to it, and they've done work for me. They fit my speakers, they took all my door cards off, they soundproofed it as well, so I can trust them to do the work professionally. What I might do is I might do, like I said, a follow-up video showing the final install and how it all works. So yeah, I think anyone who's got, like, you know, a food truck, who tows a trailer, who's got like a big truck, just a big old vehicle, a van, anything like that, where, you know, you can't look behind you, you have minimal sort of access, minimal view, all you've got is your wing mirrors. You know, I drove vans for like 14 years before I was a pizza man. I was a delivery driver, so I relied on my wing mirrors, and I never, you know, reversing cameras and stuff weren't a thing, so I could never look behind me. So something like this would have been great for, you know, I reversed into a few bollards and stuff like that, and I would have been able to see him with this. So, you know, if you drive like a little hatchback or a sporty little car, obviously this ain't for you. This is for the people that sort of want that kind of to see behind them or to see in front. And obviously if you have a dash cam, this can replace any other kind of dash cam, stuff like that. So I think it's really cool bit of kit. Like I say, I've been using it for 1.5 years, up to 2 years. I'll have to have a look at the date. Absolutely love it. I think it's a really valuable tool for me when I'm reversing around, moving around events, around the market. There's lots of people around. I need to be able to see behind me, basically. So, you know, it came along and it solved a problem, and I love stuff that solves problems that I have and actually helps me in my daily life. So yeah, really cool bit of kit. I can't wait to get it installed. I think it's gonna be a great addition to this vehicle. It is a great addition to my pizza van. So if you want to get yourself one of these, there will be a link in the description. Now, this is going to take you to the official site. It's going to give you a little bit of money off as well. It is an affiliate link, so I may earn a commission if you buy one of these. You know, I do a little bit of affiliate marketing. I'm always open and honest about that, but this is an open and honest review. I've showed you it. The fact is that I already use the product as well, and I love it. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Otherwise I wouldn't do that. So thank you, Wolfbox, for sending me this product. I think you've got great stuff, and yeah, if you guys want to get one, hit the link in the description, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you've got one already, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want some of my pizza content, then, you know, like, I don't know, like a dough recipe, then have a look at the video just up here.